Hello, my friend. Hopefully that you are doing great. So sorry for any background noise around if you hear anything else except my voice, okay? So in this lesson, I want to share you something is very interesting that we want to capture any screenshot after the test fail. So that means when you run the test and then your test fail, after that you want to what you want to do that you want to capture that screenshot. Why? Because if you have a screenshot along with the the log from the test, so that means you can debug the test failures easier, and you can narrow down the root cause easier. So that's a very interesting feature that we want to integrate to our automation test. Okay, so how can we do that? So if we go back to our package, what we have is in the previous lesson, this one, so driver page. Okay, so hopefully that you can still remember that lesson. So in this one, I want to add one more hook from the testng. That will be okay. Let me try to write down the method first. So actually, this method name should be after choose. And what I want to do that I'm going to create a new method with the name after method, just simple like that. Okay. And I want to integrate with the hook after methods from testng. So what I want to do inside is very simple. So you can see somewhere that people try to implement the iTest result, something like that, but I don't want to do like that. I want to do in a different ways. So in this way, I see that it be a little flexible for us to control. Okay. So this after method again, I want to have something like on wave runs equal to, and inside I will try to do something like get driver dot manage dot delete all the cookies, something like that. I want to delete all the cookie after the test method. For example, if we have something set in the session, you don't need to do this, but I often do this, so that's what I want to say to you. So what we want to do that if the test fail, we will try to capture the screen. So how can we know the test fail about? So if we want to do that, we will use iTest result here. iTest result here from testng, and let me name it as the result. So this iTestng will come from testng. This iTest result will come from testng. So we don't need to provide anything else except a parameter, something like this one. Okay. So now what we want to do that if the result dot get status equal what? Equal the iTest result. What's the iTest result? This one, iTest result dot failure. Then we will try to create the screenshots inside this one. Okay. If we want to create the screenshot, what I want to do that I want to get the test method name, because when we run, we want to save some screenshot. We want to associate that name into that screenshot. Will be easier for us, right? So first step, I want to get the test method name. Okay. Let me try to list out all of the steps first before we do it. So step 2 that I want to try to declare the file location. So in this case, it should be the taken screenshot. Okay. And then I will try to save the screenshot, save the, I think this should be the last step. So we save the screenshot to the system. Okay, so let me try to declare string. It should be something like the test method equal the result this one dot get the name. So this method's result dot get name is will return for us the test method's name. Okay. So I want to declare the file location. So the file location, and I want to get the something like, let me see. So the file location should relate it to the location. This is the current project here. So let me try to string file location equal system. And what I want to do that I will try to get the property with the name you already knew, that user.dir. That means we want to get the location of current directory here. Okay. So after that, what I will try to do that I will plus with something like the screenshot. Okay. Screenshots, and then I will plus with the test method's name, and finally I will put the extension. So in this case I want to save the file in png format. So after I have the file location here related to this project location, I want to save the screenshot to the system. So if I want to do something like that, I will declare something like a file from java.io, and I will name it as screenshot. Or you can name it something like testng screenshot or something like that. That's work as well. Okay, just a name. So this one is a little tricky. Okay, what I want to do that I will try to have this test screenshot from the, you can see if you move the mouse here, you can see the test screenshot. Let me try to control space. Test screenshot. Okay, we already have this in import here, so test screenshot will come from Selenium. So we want to casting it first, this test screenshot. Okay, so I want to, this one I want to cast in, and inside what we want to do that I will use driver thrust, and then I will get, and then I will call get driver. So this thrust will return for me the driver, exactly the driver that is running in that method. Okay, so this is the way you access the driver thrust, exactly which method is running. Okay, so after that we will call something get screenshot as, in this case it should be output type dot file. Sure. Okay, so it is a little tricky. So this part here, you can see this is the test screenshot we need to cast in from from the Selenium here. So this one will return for us, and then let me try. I'm thinking how to make it easier for you, because okay, so here we have driver thrust. Just forget about this one first. Okay, so what we have, if I try to delete this one, so we don't have a get screenshot as here. Okay, so that's why we need to cast in is to test screenshot. Okay, so after that we will have driver thrust.get. This one will return for you exactly the instance, the WebDriver instance, which is running in the method, and then you call the get driver. Okay, after that you call get screenshots as output type equal file. That's it. And now because you want to try to save to the file system, so you always put in a try catch. Okay, this is the try, and this is the catch block, just something related to the exception zero, and maybe you want to print that error out if something happened. Okay, so in this try block, what we do, we will use the file util file util. Okay, I forgot to mention about this one. So this file util actually come from apg.command.io. So what you want to do that you will try to do in here. If you open the project structure here, you see the module here and dependency here. So what I do, I download something like command IO from Maven. Okay, so I already said you about that. If you come to Maven repository here, and you can search this one, commands IO. Okay, IO. Here, this one, command IO from APG here, and if you click properly, this is the latest version, and what you do, you click on that version, and then you click to download the jar file. And again, we are not going to, we are not using any Maven project. So in the Maven project session, we will try to handle all of the dependency here, easier in Maven project. But now you just need to download, and then what you do that you click here, add jar file here, and then you select that download jar file, okay, and then you import it here. So after that, we will go something like file util here. You can see the file util from org.aperture.commands.io, okay? And I want to declare something like, I want to call the method that is copy file. And what I will put the screenshot, and I will call something like, the second one is new file, and I will put the file location here inside. So that means I want to use the file util a copy file function, and then I put the screenshot here. This is the data from the Selenium, and then I will save that data to this file location here. Okay, but here I just do it when we have the status E related to, equal failures here. Okay, so now try to create a new class. So probably I think we can reuse the parallel package here that we already have in the previous lesson. So what I want to do here, I will do something related to the login page. So I remember we have this one, test login with page object. So we will try to have something like this one. I want to do that. I will copy all of these things, okay? So test driver instance. So this one with incorrect credential, okay? So I will put here. This is the login page. So we have login page. Login page equal new login page, and then I will put driver inside. So this is the incorrect credential. So this is test login with correct credential. So I will try to copy all of the things here, and then I just put here. But in this case, I want to replace with the correct credential, okay? So this correct credential will be this one, and the correct password should be this one. So what I want to do after I click on the login button, I want to call something like the dashboard. We already have the dashboard as I remember. So let's visit the page here. So we have the user dashboard, right? User dashboard page equal new user dashboard page driver. Here, let me try to open that space. So we have something like guess the logout button here. So basically, if we have the correct credential, we will have the logout button here, example.a here. But if we don't, if we are not going to use the correct credential here, you can see. So we are not able to go to the new user dashboard page, right? So what I want to do that I will try to user dashboard page dot get logout button, and then I will call it display, and I will do something like assert dot assert equal this one equal true. Okay, this one equal true, and then I will copy this one and paste here. So this test probably will be failed. Okay, this step probably will be failed, and this will be passed. Okay, so what we want to do that we select the test suite from previous lesson here, and then we run it to see what happened. Okay, so now we have two browsers running in parallel. Okay, we got the issue because we did navigate to the testing page, right? So this one driver guest, not this one. I remember we have something else here, driver.get, and we can use the URL colon stack URL. Okay, let's try to go back here. So this one and this one. So we want to run to the login page. Okay, so run it again. So two browser sessions is now launching again, and then the test is now running. You can see here. So first one, second one. So if we try to open here, you can see the first one is unable to navigate this one, and the second one as well. Okay, so we don't need to, pay attention on the failure here. What we are going to pay attention now, that's whether we have the screenshot or not. So if you try to right click and then you reload from the disk, so just here we don't have anything. So let's see, this is the test. This is the actual driver page here. We have after methods always is go to get driver manage delete or cookie. If the result gets stated is failure, we will do something like this one. Oh, maybe this is the problem, I think. Yeah, because we are missing this one, the trailing slash. So just run again. So I think in Windows operating system, it will be a little slightly different on this one. You can try, okay? You can try maybe, as I remember, something like double backslash or something like that on Windows, but you can try, okay? Actually, we can check this path related to operating system, but that is something that I think you can search on the internet to replace this one. So it's not a big thing, okay? So now you can see the screenshot folder is now created, and because two of the tests was failed, so that's one. That's why we have two of them here. You can see we have two screenshots here with the name test login with correct credential and test login with incorrect credential. Okay. So if you want to put something more in the name, I think we can do something more here. For example, let me try to introduce for you something like calendar. Calendar equal, and we will use something like new Gregorian calendar here. Okay, so for example, you can get the year, the month, the day, hour, and minute, second, everything from this one. Okay, so for example, integer year equal calendar dot get, and this one is from the calendar. Let me remember, should be the year. Okay, this one, the year. Okay, so we can do the same thing for year, month, day. Okay, so I call this one is month. So this is month. This is day. So this come from days, this one. And we can have something like hour, millisecond. Let me try to rename hour, minutes, seconds. So this hour should be something like hour of the days, and the minutes should come from minutes, and second. Okay, so now let us try to do something like string should be something like date, taken days, or something like that. Taken time will be equal year plus with month. No, should be plus with this one. Sorry, should be plus with this one, plus with the month, plus with this one, the hyphen again, plus with the day, plus with this one, and then should be hour. Oh, for the month it's from 0, so we need to plus 1. Okay, it's need to plus 1 here. Hour, the day, plus hyphen, plus hour, and then plus hyphen again. Should be plus with minutes, and finally we plus with the second. Now we will try to plus test method name plus with taken time plus with file extension. So between them, I think we can plus something like hyphen here and plus this one. Okay, now I try to run again, so probably we will see the file name will relate it to the taken time correctly. So here you can see this is the year, this is for the month, the days, this is for hour, this is for minutes, and this is for second. Okay, so now at the end, now what you can see that we can create a new method. We call it the after method, and always runs equal to here, and then if the test is failed, we will try to capture the screen, save it in somewhere related to your project location successfully. Okay, so try to explore and practice yourself. Bye for now, and see you in the next lesson.